Testing, 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 testing. We in the building. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. I think we're ready to get started. Had to unbutton my first two buttons. Okay, work is over with for the day. Time to get some different kind of work done. Some fun work, if I may. Hope everybody had a great day today. All right, let's get this intro out the way before we get started. Y'all know what it is. Got to keep it professional. Welcome to the Junkyard. Okay, I am Combo Junkie. That's right, I am a junkie. Okay, I'm a junkie addicted to doing the most damaging, most juiciest combos on all of your favorite fighting games. But tonight, we ain't going to be doing combos. We have been doing combos on some of these web technologies recently, okay? So we put down this, right? We put this down for a minute, and we switched to this, yeah? We switched to this, okay? We're going to get a little more productive with some of these streams. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. That goes a long way. I appreciate all the support, and hope you're having a good time, man. If you are, and if you learn something along the way, that's great. Make sure you spam the chat with some of those heart emojis, and let's get into it. Okay, so yesterday we had a pretty good day yesterday. Okay, yesterday we went into that project yesterday thinking that we were going to fail miserably. All right, let's just be real. I had never installed one of those packages before, especially anything so modern. And then I had to connect the dots, right? Connect the two systems together. That was so much fun. All modern front end stuff, all React, all NextJS. It was so dope. So we got a really small starting point. I think we are in a place where we can kind of get moving with. What was that? Sorry, getting pinged here on the side. Sad pings. Alright, it's all good. I know who that is. Hang on, y'all. Give me 1 second. Let me just do one thing real quick. I'll make sure I'm not I tend to neglect people on certain channels by accident. It's not intentional. It's totally by accident when it happens. But I've been asked to start paying attention to certain channels. So I'm gonna do that. Okay, so anyway. Just to kind of recap where we are now, right? And I need to just go ahead and bang out a recap script now because we have been doing this so consistently throughout all of this time that I feel really good about kind of like scripting some of this out because we're going to keep coming back to this until we finish it, right? So just to offer a recap of where we are, we set our sights on building a gaming site, like a news gaming website, right? So if we were to head over here to the browser, the closest thing we saw to what we were trying to build is something like the IGN website, right? Where you had this concept of stories, right? So you got the death of this. Each story can be tagged with certain tags. So you have these content types called tags. If you click on a tag, it can kind of be a section front full of content based on that tag. So what that allows us to do is create these stories, tag them with certain tags, and then drive those stories to certain parts of the website, right? And then, of course, each story can be written by a certain person. So we had a person content type, right? So we have here Leila Latif. She has a bunch of stories. These are all Leila Latif's stories. We're able to sort it that way. We have this kitchen tag. If you click this, these are all tags related to the kitchen. So a lot of really good stuff that we were trying to pull off with that kind of same content model in mind. And here's where we landed, right? If we look at the content model here, we have a story content type, a person content type, and a tag content type, right? A story, you can create a story, and then you can say, hey, it was written by this person, okay? And I want it to show up in these sections. I want it to be tagged with these certain categories, right? So that was something that we're now able to do. And then we have this concept of elements, right? So when you're building out a story, you have these things that go inside of a story. And something I learned today that I really want to play with is that we can really make our story presence way better than what we have now, okay? So I'm going to get into that a little bit. I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about what we're able to do with our story that I didn't even know about this, but now that I know about it, I'm like, it's so cool. We have to do that. And it's probably really simple to do. But that said, I think that's enough recap for the project, right? So we're making a gaming news website that has these stories. Each story can be written by a certain person, and then we can tag the stories to appear in certain sections of the website, right? So where we are today, if we go back and look at our Jira board, right? Where we are today is we have finished this, right? So we can go ahead and put this in done, and we are technically done with sprint 1. Okay, we are completed with sprint 1. So I'm going to actually go ahead and close this sprint out. We are 100% done with every item in sprint 1. And I think we had one more day. No, we had until Friday of next week. I think we gave ourselves 2 weeks. I can't remember. But we're going to give ourselves 3 weeks now. We know that we're going to be working in 3-week cycles because that was, whew, that was a heck of a sprint, this last one. So it took so long to complete all those items, but we were learning, right? We were kind of learning as we go. So I think that was really important. So now what I want to do is we're going to do a little bit of sprint planning. So we talked a little bit about all the ceremonies that go into a Scrum team, right? And one of the ceremonies that Scrum has is the well, or maybe they're sprint ceremonies. Hang on, let me make sure I'm saying that right. Are there Scrum ceremonies or sprint ceremonies? Okay, Scrum ceremonies. That's right. The Scrum ceremonies make up a sprint. Okay, so this is going to be, you guys are going to see in real time me do a bit of planning, right? So this is what, in corporate America, this is what happens in those tech hubs, right? A Scrum team will get together for about an hour and they'll go through a bunch of different tickets that live in a backlog, okay? And they'll say, hey, well, here's our top priority items. I want to plan for this to get completed. So I'm going to assign it to a certain person. I don't know if I'm necessarily pointing it in the planning. I think I'm just assigning it in planning. And I don't even know if I'm assigning it in planning. I might be assigning it. I might be assigning it in planning. But we're the only developer here, so we don't need to worry about assigning. Our only goal is to have stuff to be done in the next sprint, okay? So we are going to... Actually, I didn't mean to click into that, but what happens if I click create sprint? Okay, cool. So this is our next sprint. Let's go ahead and give this sprint some kind of deadline. I don't know how to do that yet. We'll just... Let's see. I don't know how to do that. Let's go timeline. Maybe it's in timeline. Oh, maybe all of my sprints are like dedicated timing. Like I can't adjust the timing on these, I don't think. Unless I like go to some settings or something somewhere probably. Which I don't think we need to though, right? So here's the... This is sprint 2 right here. And I'm going to do edit sprint. Okay, yeah, so we can't do custom, thank God. So it starts on the 21st. No. We're going to start that bad boy today. And we're going to give ourselves a lot of time, though. Okay, we learn from... That's the whole point of us doing sprints, right? Like us doing these sprints, we learn from the previous sprint. And we know now that it takes us 3 weeks to complete a full sprint cycle. And probably just because we have, like, a real life to live, right? Like we can't expect ourselves to be doing this as consistently as we would on a normal development team. So we're going to give ourselves a week extra. Normally sprints are in 2-week cycles. We're going to give ourselves one extra week to complete this sprint. So from the 17th through the 24th, that's 1 full week. From the 24th through the 31st, that would be our 2 full weeks. So in a traditional sprint, we would say we'll finish it then. We're actually going to say we don't have to be done with this sprint till the 7th. Okay, so I'm going to update that, and we are going to populate this with sprint goals in a second. But what I do want to do right now is I want to start moving things up that I know we have to complete, right? So I'm going to close this out a bit because I want to be able to see these entirely. I do want to see the description on these, but it's not as important as the ticket description. I mean, the ticket title. So this one here is to create a wireframe for the homepage design. We haven't even groomed it yet. I'm going to move that up into the current sprint. There we go. Okay, I had to drop it in that very specific part of the Scrum board. That's fine. So then once we have the wireframe built out, we are going to create a static design in React. And when I say create a static design, guys, now that we have this NextJS app working, what I'm going to do, I'm going to kind of bypass, I'm going to cheat a little, and I'm just going to say that on our homepage, right, we are going to put everything as React components in HTML in line in here. So there's not going to be anything broken out into smaller bits yet. We're just going to be able to say that on that static design portion of the ticket, we're just going to be able to say that if you hit this homepage, you can see that representation of our wireframe. It'll probably be mock images. It'll probably be dummy lorem ipsum content. But the important thing is you'll be able to actually see a real page. Okay, so that's what we're going to do for that ticket. We'll flesh these out a bit. We'll also say that tonight we're going to do a little bit of ticket grooming as well. We're blending these together. I wanted to do these off stream, but I'm actually glad that I'm doing them on stream with you guys. It's kind of fun. Okay, so figure out if there's an easy way to reuse existing story elements. I'm actually going to pull this way down in the backlog. The idea here was that we had these story elements in our story, right? So we had this idea of an image and a gallery and a video, etc. And what we were thinking is like, well, in some cases, I may just want to add a new video. But in other cases, right, I may want to select from a video that's been used in another piece of content. However, I don't want to create a video content type or document, right? So I'm actually going to change this finally to the word document because that's what these are. And these elements are actually content types, okay? And I'll explain that in a little bit. But so these documents right here, I don't want to create a video document. To me, that's overkill because the video is really just an element. But we may get to a world where I say, well, I have 8 stories that all want to use the exact same video. So at that point, in my mind, we have 2 options. You can either figure out a way to reuse video elements, which that's what that spike would have been for, or you can just bite the bullet and create a video document, right? And reference videos and just give your editors the ability to create new videos in line. So there's no real reason for us to take on that spike when there's a very sanity IO way to complete that. So I'm not going to get rid of it entirely, but for now, I'm going to move it to the bottom of the backlog. Okay, and there's actually an option here where you can say move to bottom of backlog, which is a really cool feature, right? So I'm going to say bottom of backlog for that. And then now let's see, enhance the homepage to leverage sanity data, which that's going to be a really fun thing to do. So, okay, so we're going to say that by the end of this sprint, we have a homepage that has a beautiful design and is for realsies connected to the actual website, right? To the actual sanity.io system, right? So that's going to be one page that we are putting ourselves on the hook for figuring out. There's one more thing that I want to put on us, okay? There's a feature I saw today that was so cool. And okay, let's just finish this. I'll go into that in a second. But we also want to say that by the end of this sprint, we'll have a fully functioning person page, okay? So we are going to actually push ourselves really hard this sprint to get 2 really big pages built. We're going to do the person page and the story page. Now here's why I chose, oh, wait, sorry. I actually chose the wrong 2 pages. I want to do, hang on, let me put these at the back of the backlog. Sorry, I just realized I chose no, sorry. This is right, okay? This is right. So I want to do a homepage design, and I want to do not a person page design. Sorry, that's the one that's incorrect. So I'm going to move this to the top of the backlog, and top of the backlog. Okay, and I'll have those in the opposite order. Fine. I want to actually do tags and homepage, and I'll explain why in a second. So I'm going to do tags and homepage. Okay, so those are the 2 pages that I'm going to say that we're on the hook for creating, right? Now, here's why. When you think about a page like a homepage or a tags page, right? So if we go over here to IGN, we go to their homepage, what do you see here, right? This is a tease list of the content that exists in their system, okay? So for us, this is a tease list of stories, right? Now, if I go to, let's say, news and movies, right? What do you see here? Again, right? It might look different, but it's the exact same concept, right? It is a teased list of the content in my system. So when it comes to the complexity of these page designs, it's pretty minimal. And it allows you to focus on 2 things that we're going to have to get really good at in this next iteration, right? In this next sprint, we're going to have to get really good at querying for the data, the specific data that we need in the most optimal way. That's number one. And number two, we're going to have to get really good at designing these little bits of pages based on the information that we get back in those queries. Okay, well, there's actually three things now that I think about it. And then number three, which I don't think this is going to be as bad, but we also have to get really good at the routing mechanism. So these are really simple page types to learn all three of those concepts on. And it's like when we built those content types, right? When we were working in a Sanity IO system, it was a reason we started with tag, right? Tag was literally the easiest content type to work with. But once we got tag under our belt and we started to really understand how the Sanity IO system managed some of that content, some of that code in the back end, well, we were able to move on to person. Then we start doing shared content types. We start kind of importing things all over and writing helper functions. It got really crazy, but that's because we started with something simple enough to get our heads wrapped around how everything works, right? And that's the same concept when it comes to doing these Jira tickets in this order. So I'm going to say that we are on the hook for, in their entirety, completing the homepage design, wireframe static, and leveraging things from Sanity IO. We're gonna do the wireframe for the tags page, Sanity leveraging that stuff as well. So we're gonna knock all that out too. And then the next thing I want to do is this thing that I learned about today, which was really fascinating. So in order to really show what I'm referring to, let's head over to the IDE and fire up our Sanity instance. Because guys, you have to see this. It's actually insane what I saw compared to what we did. It's actually gonna make what we did look kind of silly. So let's head back over to the browser. So we're going to open our Sanity instance, and we have a really modest Sanity instance here, right? So check this out. So for us, right, when we were thinking of the concept of story elements, right? So just to put it in perspective, story elements being things like, this is a rich text element, this here is a video element, this here is a rich text element, this is a photo gallery element. We had those concepts in mind, and the way we wanted to allow publishers to be able to work with those elements was kind of in a very dated way, right? We said, you know what, this isn't going to be in some like WYSIWYG. We're actually forcing publishers to kind of just choose these blocks, right? So I'm guessing I made some changes here on these. We'll remove these. I think I made some field adjustments on these most likely, but we're basically forcing our publishers to, they can't visualize anything here. Dude, what I learned today was insane. So check this out. Let's pretend we had a text element, right? What I learned today was there's a way that you can add so that exact same element drop down I have here, there's a way that you can add that bad boy in, where's it, one of our I think I got rid of the text. There's a way for you to add that exact drop down list in here, and I honestly think I know how to do it. I think it's a block content. There's a special way to manipulate this WYSIWYG to do a lot more than what we see here. I haven't tinkered with it a lot, but when I downloaded that starter kit, right, it came with this content type called I think it was called a block type, or maybe it was called like a block doc type or something like that. Actually, I can find it real quick. Hang on, give me 1 second. I gotta find this because I think this is worth talking about real quick. So I'm gonna come over here for recent. I think it was in my just Sanity. Hang on, let me cancel that. I think I need to open a new window here. So if I go open recent, I think it was in something just called Sanity where I had like the animals and stuff. Yeah, it was called default document. No, not that. What the heck was it called? And I remember saying, I was like, we're not going to get rid of it. Oh, it wasn't in this project. I think, you know what? I think it was in the other one. It was in just the Trend Junkie one. Block content. Here it is. Oh, yeah, dude. I'm telling you, I'm going to figure this out, okay? I'm going to copy this file right now and pull it into our project just so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Let me go back over to the IDE. So, where's schemas? Here. Paste this. So this is the thing that so if you were following along in the beginning, this probably looks familiar. This is that thing that allowed us to customize our WYSIWYG. Okay, and whenever we wanted a block WYSIWYG, we could have the block content type that we define here, right? That's our content type, not our document type, but just a content type. We can define that here and we could use it in any field, right? So I imagine that this is just another, like you see how they have these define array members? I think I can define an array member of types that are actual fields. And I think I can add them to these. I think I can add those to these actual WYSIWYGs. So to the point where this WYSIWYG here, this define type, actually we should play with that today. We should actually play around with that. I mean, it's really easy. We could do that real quick in like 10 seconds, actually. I think it's worth it. All right, I think it's worth it, guys. We're going to do it real quick. We're going to say that another type in our list of elements here is going to be a, what was that called? Block element, let's say. And then what we'll do is in our shared elements, we'll just steal this exact define type syntax. And I think literally it's just, yep. So we'll steal that, and then we'll go to our shared elements, and we're just gonna put it at the bottom of the file. It doesn't matter. We're not using this for real. We do everything on our own, but and we'll call this block element equal to, and then yeah, just boom, pop that define type in, and then now we need define array member, which I bet is a part of this package, right? I bet it's a part of this. Yep, the arrow went away. So that Sanity did. Sorry, I know it's been sounding like I'm all over those guys recently, but seriously, guys, like Sanity put some serious thought into this. It's insane how convenient all of the functionality is in this. Like I rarely find myself even going to the documentation, right? Like that's so crazy. So we're gonna do block element here. We're gonna save that. Then of course we have to go wire this up, right? So we've already put block element here. We can save that. Let's wire this up to our index.ts, right? We have all of our elements here. Let's just add a new one now for block. Okay. And this is no different than what we've been doing, right? We're just testing this out, so we needed to wire it up. We don't care about this file right now. I'm actually gonna undo. No, I'll go ahead and save this and close it. That was the front end NextJS stuff that we'll really be working on today. But I just want to see if I'm right about this this WYSIWYG thing that we just did, because it's so cool, guys. When I saw it earlier, I was just like so fascinated. All right, so hang on. This is like something about reading a map. What is it complaining about? I mean, this obviously has something to do with the element we just added, right? There's no way it couldn't. Oh, maybe because this is... No, that wouldn't make sense. That should be fine. Shared elements. The name of block element. It is sometimes hard to figure out, like, what this is complaining about. I'm gonna go try and refresh that. Oh, okay. It just needed to be reloaded. Oh no, that's a real error. That's a real error. Cannot read properties of undefined reading map. Oh, maybe I have something in here that came from that other code that I just never did anything with. So this is our story content type. I think we're good there. Let's look at what this thing is doing. It's probably doing some crazy stuff. Oh yeah, no, this is, yep, define type and define, yeah. Well, no, that'd be here, right? Yeah, define type and define array member. So now we have to figure out why this is broken. Oh man, I was really looking forward to playing around with that. Maybe I can't use block element as the name of this. Like maybe that's like a, I don't know, that doesn't sound right. Ah, that's so disappointing. I know that's not what we're supposed to be doing today, guys, but I really feel like we should play around with this for a bit. I mean, we could see. I mean, I guess there's no, there's nothing against us just using Here, let's just see what happens if we just simply use what they have. I mean, there's it. I imagine it's going to be the exact same error, but that's okay. Let's say some block element, just in case I'm like forgetting that I chose that already somewhere else. I don't think I did, but I'd be really shocked if I did, but it's fine. And then I think I'll just change this to block content. The problem is, guys, if that was the issue, then I have no idea how we're going to solve that. It could also be that we're adding this here in this like selectable list, which is very possible that I'm not supposed to do that. And that's another thing I should have actually tested instead of going straight into assumption mode there. No, it's still broken. Something in that logic it doesn't like. Something in our block content itself is not being expected. And again, I just stole this from another. I just grabbed this from a whole other thing, so it's very possible that this is just not written correctly, maybe. Here, let's do this. What we'll do is let's get rid of a bunch of stuff. How about that? Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. Let's just bring it to its most simplest form, right? So now this is just one of those WYSIWYG editors. We're saying that now if you choose some block element from that array, it should just be that standard WYSIWYG editing experience. So let's see if that works. Nah, dude, that doesn't work. Hang on, what the heck is going on here? Huh. Could it be something that... No, that doesn't make sense. These are just straight up shared elements. There's nothing different happening here. And just to be clear, it is this that's causing the issue, right? So my story is going to now have... It's probably this, guys. It might be this. That the type of thing I'm adding is just not compatible to be added here. Let me see. Yeah, it could be that. It really could be. But let me get rid of the... I'm just going to comment this out for now. Oh, now we have to go into the... we have to go into the index file and get rid of... Okay. Back to the browser. Yeah, that was definitely a problem. But let's add it as a standalone field then. We're not even going to import it, right? We're just going to go to the... Actually, we'll import it, but we'll just call this a field type, right? So we'll say... Yeah, that should be simple enough. So let's go back to index. Let's bring it back. This is some block element, which was our shared element here. Let's bring this back now. Okay, let's actually just hit undo so we can uncomment all this other stuff out. We don't want to give ourselves too much stuff to have to figure out. And then now that we know this is fine, let's just do our standard format that we've been doing. Let's say block underscore element here. And we'll go ahead and save that. And then now here, I'm not going to put it there. Okay, we made that mistake last time. What I'm going to do is define a new field here. And this is just going to be our test field, right? And I'm going to say the name of this field is called testing. And then the testing WYSIWYG. And then the name, the type here is going to be the block element. Okay, we'll save that. And then we'll come over to our index file. This is just going to become block element. All right, and then now let's see if we go back to the browser. Oh, snap, you guys didn't see any of that IDE work. But that actually did work. Where did I put that? Here it is, testing WYSIWYG. Yeah, see, and now I think they have some custom stuff that we can do in here. But this doesn't really look that... Oh, okay, so here's one drop down we got, okay? Now the question is, how do I add to this? I gotta see how to do this, guys. We gotta play around with it. We got it to work. So for some reason, it can't work in that other experience. it can't work in this experience. Like, for example, media, right? We have the drop down here, but do we want it to? Like, if we could edit, if we could add like a bunch of text, bunch of text, bunch of text, bunch of text, and then here add our gallery, right? Select add item and choose a gallery, dude. That'd be nuts. That'd be nuts. Let's figure that out right now, dude. All right, we're getting sidetracked as hell. Okay, all right, let's reset. Let's reset. Okay, we got real tasks that we got to do. Okay, here's what we'll do. Now that you see what I'm referring to and how freaking cool that would be, let's give ourselves a ticket this sprint to actually figure that out. So we'll say that this is move story elements from standalone components to WYSIWYG editor. Boom. And now we have one story field. Literally, we have one story body field. It's just called body. And that's where all of our stuff goes now, dude. That's going to be insane. That's going to be insane, dude. I can't wait for that. We'll put that with the epic of... not the story page. Let's view these epics real quick. I think this is going to be something to do with the CMS. So it could be content types. Yes, let's say that this was part of the content types insanity effort. Okay? And right off the bat, we're going to give this a 5 points. Yeah, I don't think this needs to be 8 or 13, right? I think we're fine with this just being 5. Okay? And then let's point the rest of these to see how close we are to the last sprint. I think in the last sprint we did... let's see. Can I find previous sprints? I think so. Went to the timeline real quick. I think I can get back to that previous sprint actually. Yeah, here it is, sprint 1. Shit, I'm so bad at there's definitely a way to do it. I've seen it done a million times. If I had to guess, I think we had somewhere around like 30 points. I want to say it was somewhere around like 30. All right, so we'll just have to assume on that. But we'll find that though. We're gonna find that because that's like critical to us being able to guesstimate going forward, right? So we have to find that. All right, creating this wireframe. This is gonna be more boring than anything. We're gonna keep these really simple though. These wireframes are gonna be super simple. We're gonna look at a page. We're gonna look at the components that we have available to us in like out of the box in Tailwind. And NextJS maybe has some things out of the box too. And we're gonna look at some of their page layouts. And we're just going to say, all right, this is our wireframe. So we're going to say this is it. The wireframes are, we're not going to make them any more difficult than just being 2 point efforts. Okay, now the static home design, that's going to be a little more difficult because I imagine we're going to have to go understand the components that exist in the library, like really understand how they get implemented, their options. I want to give us for the very first one, the homepage, I want to give us a full 5 points. Since there's a true learning curve that's going to be associated with that. And then for this last piece of cake, right? Connecting all the data to these different content wells that we want to support. I'm going to say we can knock that out in 3 points. I even think we could do it in 2 points. We'll see what happens. For the tags, wireframe design, this is going to be another 2 point effort for us. We will then move into the static tags design in the app. I think that this is going to be like a 3 points now that we have figured out how to do it. We still have to move the design, but it's not 5 points anymore. And I think that connecting the dots is going to be another 3 point effort for us. And then obviously we have this moving the story elements from standalone components into the WYSIWYG. I'm going to give us 8 points for this, guys. I'm going to be more responsible for this because, again, I've never done it. And I don't know if what I saw today was trickery from the gods or if it was legitimate, like, oh, here's some sanity stuff that you can do in your system. So let's tally these up. We have 26 points in this sprint. I think we can do better than that. Okay? I think we can do more than that. So what I want to do is once we get the home page and the section pages, which are the tag pages, once we get those built, what's going to be important for us is to have content so that those pages look like something. So we have content creation tickets down here that are absolutely tedious, boring as hell tickets. However, they're really easy to do and they're fast to do. So I'm going to pull all 3 of those into the current sprint. Okay, and I'm going to do that by right-clicking, doing move to, sprint to. Okay, move to, sprint to, because I don't want to keep dragging all of these. Creating 5 new people, I think that's a really low and silly number. I'm going to say create 10 new people, and we're going to do that in 2 points. Create 10 new story content pieces. That's actually fair. Those are going to be really time consuming to create. I'm going to still bump us up to say that in the system, in order to see a page that has a bunch of different content like our topics pages, we probably are going to want more like 20 stories in the system. And remember, guys, Sanity has an out-of-the-box cloning tool. So we can actually get away with a lot of tricky pieces here if we wanted to. We don't have to recreate every single thing now. So let's remember that as well. We're going to say that this is a 2. No, let's actually give ourselves enough points for this to complete it. We'll say it's a 3 point. And then 20 new tags. I think that's the one reasonable thing we came up with. 20 does seem fair, but I still think that's only a 1 to 2 point effort. I'm actually going to say a 2 point effort because I am going to put in the requirements that we need to have tags when it comes to these like we're going to be on the hook, not for tags. We're going to be on the hook for images when it comes to creating these tags. So I don't want to spend too much more time. I'm going to groom a lot of these myself, but I do want to groom at least one of these with you guys, which is the, we'll just do one of these, the creating a wireframe for homepage, since that's what we're going to be doing today along with a few other things. We're going to say create a wireframe using Canva and what do we use? We'll use Canva and Tailwind documentation. Okay, so then I would say the AC for this is just to have a completed homepage wireframe available in Canva content page whiteboard. Right, that's it. That's it. There's nothing else to do there. Unless there's some specifics around what we need, which we don't know right now, honestly. There could be things like, hey, we found out that we need to account for, I don't know, an eyebrow or this or that. We don't care about that right now. Wireframe, it's going to be super bare bones. You'll see. And I think we're good there. I think we're ready to get started. Let's dive in. Let me just check these messages real quick. Make sure I'm not ignoring anyone. Doesn't look like it. Oh, what's up, Ricky? What's good, my guy? How you doing? Ricky says, great teaching, man. I love to hear it, man. Hey, listen, we both computer science guys. We both went to school together, Ricky. It's time for us to do something with this. You know what I'm saying? Nah, man. I love this stuff, brother. I love it, man. Thanks for joining the stream. All right. Looks good. Okay, so I am going to come out of social land to get back into the stream. Let me fire up. No, let me get out of there because I keep getting hit up on that and I don't really want to get distracted by that. Okay. So, once again, I missed that someone pinged me on Facebook. Really weird that that's not. What's weird is Facebook should be connected to Restream right now. Like, it say for some reason it's read only. I don't even know what that means. Like, I don't even know what that's trying to tell me. Like, that's such a weird note. You're read only. Like, what do that even mean? All right, y'all, come on, let's get back into it, man. We're getting distracted. Okay, so we just went through our Jira board. We ready to get started on the home page wireframe. Let's head back over to Canva. Let's pull ourselves out to a new area of this whiteboard. Let's go ahead and steal this document tag, and we'll call this our wireframe section. So I'm going to go all the way out. We're going to call this our wireframes. Wireframes, right? And then we will, first off, the first thing I want to do is I want to see in, let me think about this, because we can go a few ways with this, right? NextJS probably has, out of the box, some like templates you could use, right? You know what I'm saying? You could probably just kind of steal some of this stuff. So I think what I want to do, let me do one thing real quick. Somebody's asking me, can I make this public? I don't know how to do that. Oh, snap. Yes, I do. Sorry. Whoopsie. Dang, these things been private this whole time. Whoopsie daisy. Whoopsie. All right. Okay. So now that we got that figured out, okay. So I want to check first with NextJS. Okay. I want to see if NextJS has out of the box templates, right, that we can just snag up. So if we come over to, let's see, let's go to their docs. Oh, templates. Booyah. Booyah. Here's a boilerplate image gallery starters. Oh my. Oh my. It looked like we might have way more than we need on here, yo. Oh snaps, let's go. I don't know. AI chatbot? A doc starter kit. Yo, this might be exactly what we want, y'all. We might, listen, okay, I'm gonna be real. If they got a template that is like either a blog or like magazine of some sort, then I'm skipping all of those wireframes, yo. Like, there's no way I'm about to be sitting here writing wireframes if they got everything out of the box for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna get up out of there. So blog is always, you know what I'm saying? Like, blog is really good for newsy websites. You know what I'm saying? Blogs they look a lot like news magazine. So we gonna look at a couple of these real quick. And remember, these are probably built for, look at this. Here go a CSS Tailwind blog. That looks really, really web 1.0 though. I hate it. Let me look at some examples though. So, modified, because remember, the whole reason you would be using these is to see what all you get from their platform. Like as far as components and stuff. Like you're not going to use their styles necessarily. Well, no, I definitely can't use that. But yeah, you're not going to use their exact styles, but you'll probably use the cards. Like these are cards, and they have these hover effects. That's pretty lit. You know what I'm saying? These hover effects are pretty dope. And then when you click into them, these are the story pages. This is like a gallery, an inline gallery, right? That's kind of lit. That's actually kind of dope. I mean, obviously I don't speak the language, but that's not bad. That's not bad. It's not good though. Okay, let me be clear about that. These aren't good, but they are more than likely to have, like, this is a card, right? This is some kind of component that's like a landscape thing that has a date, a title, a tag, right? A tag, and a summary, and a read more link. I mean, that's everything we need to make a homepage, if I'm being honest. But this again is probably why you should be. And these are like really bad designs. I'll be honest. I'm a little disappointed that. Oh, and these are by Vercel too. I'm not a huge fan of Vercel's like designs. Like already I can tell I don't like them really, but I am not here to really use their designs like that, right? I think we're only here to, let me see what the boilerplate has. I think I have this. So hang on, I have this boilerplate. Let me actually fire up our Next.js instance and click that templates link, because I don't think I did that last time. But maybe they do give us something that we can actually play around with. And it's already about to be time to make an alias for that. I can already tell. You know what? I'm going to do that right now. That's already getting on my nerves. Where my alias is at? Where my alias is at? So let's go grab these. Alright, and then now I want to say for, wait, those were general aliases. Let's make npm aliases. And then already, NRD. Yeah. Alright, and then let's refresh that. And then NRD. There we go. Alright, that's going to go a long way, okay? Those look boring to create, but trust me, once you have them in place, like, being able to just do NRD instead of oh, wait, did we wipe out the... Darn. Remember we wiped out the starter kit because we wanted to, like, test our might or whatever. That's okay. That's okay. We can... I guess one thing we could do is see if we have it in memory. See if we still have that old code. Doesn't look like we do. But we do have pages. Yeah, here it is. So it's right here, really. Alright, so if we find templates here. Yeah, here's templates. Wait, sorry, I got to be careful when I hear this music change because sometimes it changes. Um, sometimes it changes the actual whether or not it's free or not. All right, so it says we have about 2 hours left on this before it flips to what? Is it another one in the same category? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Cool. All right. Sorry, just making sure because I had a whole chunk of my last video that I couldn't even hear uh, the words on. I'm looking at Facebook right now. We had this chat going. Hold on, let me show y'all what happened with Facebook. We had a chat going earlier. It was like basically saying that this was one of the best Freddy Krueger movies in the series. Right here. This is obviously Freddy Krueger 3, The Dream Warriors. And I say that, number one, and this one is tied for first, and then a couple people were saying some things. It was funny. All right. Anyway, okay, going back here, we're gonna hit that template URL for ourselves, and we're gonna visit this. This is probably that same. It looks like that same Vercel link. It's the same Vercel link. So that's okay. That's okay. Again, we're really only using this to steal like basically not steal, but just learn what components they give you out of the box. So actually, before I go through that, I'm gonna go to the NextJS docs, and I'm just gonna see if in their docs they have the design. No, not CLI. What is it gonna be? Something with rendering components. That's it. That's it. Chill. This can't be all y'all got. No way. All right. So maybe Tailwind is like this is so weird. See, this is where I need my homeboy John. This is kind of where I need him at, or my homeboy man. Let me see if any of them can hop on. No, you know what? I ain't gonna cave yet. I'm gonna see if I can do it myself first. All right. So unfortunately, I can't find like an out of the box solution, or that's just gonna have everything we need like out off GP. So what I am gonna do though is I'm gonna go back to this look and feel. This is back when we had that pages function, and I'm gonna go over to our next app. So I took everything from this old school pages doc that we deleted. I'm gonna go back over to our next app, go into our index.tsx, which is this guy right here. I'm gonna comment all this out, and at the top, I'm gonna add that old school NextJS look and feel. Right? So it's just like a flat static page, you know what I'm saying? So it's just this. So this is gonna be our new starting point for the homepage. Okay. Now I'm gonna go back into wireframe mode. I'm not gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna get much from them. But the second thing I was gonna say we can do that we can always try is I don't know what that was. The second thing that we can always try when it comes to wireframing is use Canva. So that's one thing I love about Canva. We can say news website, and they'll have some concepts on here for us to play around with. And I'm pretty positive that whatever we find in Canva, like we could 100% use, like 1000% use. I'm just that confident in there. So these are website maps. I don't care about those. No, this is some kind of like mood board. I just want to, I just want a news. How about news website template? It doesn't look like they're giving me one, but they do have these wireframe templates. I thought honestly they would have like a whole website design. That's okay. We'll go to the next possible thing. Here we go. All right, so User flow. We don't care about user flow. We just want one page, right? We just want one page. So let's not get too bogged up in this. We just want one little page. All right, this ain't bad. All right, this ain't what we wanted either, though, y'all. So now I'm back to square one. Where we're doing this all by ourselves, and I was really hoping we didn't have to. I hate this part of every web design. All right, let's see what they did on IGN. What they do on the homepage. I hate their homepage though. It's so bad. Here, let me show you guys what it looks like from afar. It's like so bad. We got our feature story, 4 feature stories. We got 4 top stories. We got this looks horrible. I bet any kind of money we can and should be able to do way better than that with the tools we have. All right, wait. There's one more thing that we didn't try, which is just go straight to the Tailwind directly and see if they have like see rapidly build websites. I am so, oh my god, I hate front end so much. Like, I do not miss it, and I'll never miss it. I want to browse the templates. I really do want to browse your templates. Let's see. What do you guys have for me here? Keynote is a conference template. Educate your users in style with a documentation template. Oh, these cost bread, dude. I thought we were about to come up for the free. Nah, y'all, this looks like this might be way worse than I thought. I gave this like 2 points. All right, let's just scrap together something crazy, man. I don't want to care about this, y'all. I really don't. I really don't. Okay, we gonna scrap something together like this. All right. All right, and let's actually, instead of making that, let's make it white. And let's give it a black border. All right. The page. Okay. It's whatever. We'll say it's 1920 by 1080, okay? 1080 by 1920. Website page best desktop website resolution. Yeah, 1920 by 1080. All right, cool. So this will be our 1920 by 1080 page. Oh, we can actually make it 1920 by 1080 too. I love that. So let's do that for realsies. Let's get our rulers going. I think we can get some rulers going here. View settings. Oh shit, I guess not. I've done it before, but maybe because this is like a raw whiteboard, I can't do it. I've done it before though, where I had rulers on documents. That's fine. Let's go 1920 by 1080, and we'll only have to do this once, thank God, right? So, wait, I went the wrong way with that, I think. This is the 19th. And this in a. And then now, once we have this in, right, we can lock this background and use it for everything that we need, like all the wireframes that we need. Really? I don't know if y'all can see that, but I'm struggling hitting 1080 on this thing. All right, it's like the game I used to play. Stop playing with me. What is happening right now? Why are they playing with me with this, man? Chill out. Why y'all just put me through that on Kel stream, man? All right, let's lock this up. Lock it up. Oh, and they won't let me lock it. Yay, okay. Block. Okay. So now, All right. Wait, can I copy and paste it? Nope. Okay. So wait, if I were to unlock this then, and I did the other lock, which was position only. What does that mean? Okay, so here, I won't worry about this time. Let's still lock it. No, I'm not gonna lock it. I know I'm not gonna break it. Let's just make it way bigger. Let's get this out of the way for now. Okay, so if this was our home page, how do we want this site to look? So let's be real simple for now, right? Let's just say we'll do something like this. On the home page, let's get some notes going. So on the home page, we want to, first of all, we know we want to show all stories. Okay, and they'll be sorted or whatever. We don't have to add that for now. We know we want to show the stories, and we want to tease all stories, not just show them. So we want to tease them. And we'll show them in cards, right? And are the cards going to be landscape or should they be, you know what would be dope? What if we can do like a Pinterest wall? Yeah, masonry layout. I don't know how this works. I don't know how to just grab these. Yeah, I want to do something like this. All right, so that's what we'll do. We'll just do a masonry wall. And even we won't even do that at first. At first, we're gonna be way more simplistic. Okay, at first we just gonna do straight grids. We're gonna do a straight grid of cards, 2 on each row. Okay, yeah. Let's stop acting like we Picasso over here. We don't even like know how to get the most basic CSS stuff in place, let alone a masonry wall. Like, let's just say that by the end of this, our homepage, damn it. Let's just say by the end of this, okay, our homepage will look like this. How's that? All right, and then let's align those. Those look good. Make sure they are. Let's just do all 3 of these. Position this. This is gonna be. There we go. Perfect. Okay, cool. Then what we'll do. Whoops. Now we can lock this for sure. Okay, what we'll do is we'll say, first off, you can go. We no longer need it. These we're gonna start pasting in. And we'll say on each given page, we'll put 3 pieces of content above the fold. Okay, and then maybe if we feeling fancy schmancy pants, okay, we can put a another bucket, like a different type of bucket under here. But to start, we just gonna say it's an infinite scroll of all of our stories. I know that's whack, okay, but we not building a real website. What am I thinking? This is fake as hell, okay? So now what I want to do is I want to give each of these cards some detail. And the way I'm going to do that, though, guys, is I'm only going to give 1 card detail. And here's what I'm thinking for the cards, right? I'm thinking at the very top of the card is an eyebrow that represents that card's topic, right? So it can be left aligned, but maybe it should be left aligned since these are rounded borders. I'm actually starting to think that these shouldn't be rounded borders. Okay, yeah, sorry guys. I'm gonna change that right now. These should actually be just straight rigid cards so we can look at them as real estate and not as shapes. Right? That's something that I always do wrong in the beginning. I look at all of my stuff as shapes instead of just the real estate that they take up on the screen. And that's what this is. This is just saying that there is a window called, like right here, that's whatever size this is, right? Is there a quick way you can see the size? I don't think so. But whatever size this is, that would be the window size of each of these blocks. And now inside of them, you can imagine, I might want to say that the border is not there, right? But there is going to be stuff that happens inside of these, right? So I imagine that up top, we can add a body of text here that's called the topic label. I'm going to put everything in all caps, topic label. Move that up here. Make sure that's left aligned. Make sure that's big as hell. 25 bold. Okay. All right. Sure, that's good. All right, and there's a margin left right here, so this is now getting into kind of like Figma land. For those who don't know, Figma is a like a prototyping tool, but it's way more design focused than what we've been doing, right? So design tool for collaboration. So you go in and you make real full blown designs. You give it like, damn, they have the they have real time collaboration now. Yo, so when I was messing with Figma, they definitely didn't have this. This is super lit. What? Damn, the internet is changing. It's evolving. It's evolving. I love this. This is so lit. This is so lit. Okay, so yeah, so you would come in here and you would be like, oh, you see that? You see this 24? Here's the header. Here's the font style. 24 pixels from the left. Then the padding is this. Blah blah. Like, and you hand that off to a developer who that's like blessing in disguise, right? I don't have to figure out any of these. They gave me every single little thing I needed to make this design exactly what they wanted it to be. So we don't have that luxury. So that's why we're just gonna wing it. We'll say that it's 10 pixels from the left. So I imagine it's going to start with the label, and then I think the image would go next, right? So I'm going to do elements. I'm going to go grab us a nice, pretty little photo here. Did I skip photos? Oh, here they are. So I'm going to put us a photo in here. We'll do something that's sort of landscape. Okay, and this will just be something that takes up as much as possible. And I'll crop it a bit. About there, because we want to leave room for what? That's right. Want to leave room for the. I don't care. I don't care. 10 pixels is to the left and right. Is what eyeballing it is. You know, we'll figure out what it needs to be. So let's put more text in here. We'll say some lorem ipsum. Let's generate us some lorem ipsum. Lorem ipsum. All right, and then we'll cut this off where it needs to be cut off. But first, let's tuck it into the app. All right, and then that is insane to me. So we'll make sure it's left aligned. And then what I want to do is I'm going to zoom all the way out. I'm going to highlight this, and I'm going to pull it in so it wraps. Right, because we really need this to wrap. So, all right, we're good. We need this to wrap like Jay-Z. Okay, boom. And that needs to be boom, right there. Okay, so now when we come in here, this also gives us a sense of character count, right? Like we know how big the font size can be and how many characters look good in this space. I think that is enough. I think this is too small. So that now I feel like that's too much. But I feel like you should have something like that. And then perhaps under it, you should have by, you know, combo junkie. And then obviously his image, right, will show up too. Let me see how sites do it. Good sites do it. Let's do a really good site, Wall Street Journal. Let's see how good sites do bylines. I don't know if they're a good site. I don't even know what just possessed me to say that. That's not a. Oh, jeez, I am so disappointed in sites these days. Back if I was still a front end developer, okay, the game would be different, okay. I'm gonna go to one that I actually helped design. Not this design, but okay. So it's basically face first, then the byline. But what if it says by? Like, what do you do then if it says the word by? Let's go to like the Washington Post. Because I want to see, like, if I have the word by in my byline and I have an image as well, is it my image over here to the left and then the word by me? Is it implied that it's by me maybe at that point? Let's pretend that it's implied. Let's pretend that it's implied. I like the idea to pretend it's implied. Okay, so we're going to say that the topic label is here. So that would never, ever be that big. I don't know what I'm thinking with that. This is going to be way smaller. The topic label is going to be maybe about 12. Okay, it sits there. Then our image would sit about here. Right? Look at me, putting my design hat on. Man, David, you'll be proud of me, okay? If my man's D Arc is in a building, you'll be proud of me, man. Look at me designing things. Okay, I'm gonna zoom in some more so I can get a little closer to that. I want this to have like only a little breathing room, but it's forcing it on me. You see that? It's like forcing it on me. Oh, that is cute. Why are they doing that? Maybe I'm at a weird place. It's fine. I'm probably at a weird place. You know what I'll do though? I know how I can fix that. I don't know how I can fix that. That's weird. It's like, is it that small maybe? That it's like, it's like trying to get this to anchor around for some reason. It's so weird. Normally you have way more freedom over how that works. So anyway, I'm just gonna pull this up some because I want to leave room for a title. So I think this is fine. I'm gonna now do. We'll take care of the byline and stuff here in a minute. But first I want to I'm gonna pull this up a little more. That looks good. That should be fine. I'm gonna say now there's another text that's a subheading, and this is gonna be story title. Story title goes. No, let's use Loom Ipsum. I hate these. Because I want it to look like at least a little bit like real, okay. That's how it really. Okay, so that's our card. I don't like this Combo Junkies placement, and I think it's because of that, maybe? Yeah. I'm gonna use our own body of text here. We'll say we won't even say that, we'll just say Combo Junkie. And then by is going to be implied, so I'm going to put him here. I'm also going to make that a little. Should I make that a little smaller? I feel like it needs to be a little bit smaller, guys. Part of me wants to make that slightly smaller. Okay, now I know I'm snapping to a grid, and this is pissing me off. Okay, yeah, snapping to dot grid. You son of a bee. Yay! Now I can do more. Alright, yeah, that's where I want to go. Okay, that's where I want to go. Alright, that looks beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Alright, actually, no, I want to bring you down some more now. I want my teaser images to be a little bigger. And this can now be centered between the image. Yep, so there's maybe 5 pixels from the top of the image. Gives it some breathing room. 5 pixels from the bottom. More breathing room. Love it, love it, love it. Couldn't have loved it better if it was... I'm going to stop there with that joke because I could say something... crazy, okay? I can say something crazy. Let's actually center this a little bit so you guys can actually see what the hell I'm doing. All right, and now we need a picture of a person. But first, I feel like this needs to have a border around it. Okay? This feels like it's missing a border. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I have a frame element that I could use. And if you haven't been hip on Canva yet, you sleep. Okay? Like, that's the best way I can put it. You sleep. You sleep. Like, there's no other way to put it. You are knocked out conscious, bro. So I'm going to see if this can accommodate. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to move this to the back. And then I'm going to send that backwards. And then I'm going to see if... Okay, cool. So that works. So now I just need to find a square frame that has a border. Okay, so I'm going to go see all. I just need to see if that worked. So basic shapes. No, basic shapes ain't going to be good enough, right? I need something that has a border around it. Heck, maybe it is basic shapes. Okay. And the border that I think we should use is a black border. That's a cool looking border. I don't know if y'all can see that, Joe. Look at that. That's a cool looking little border. I wouldn't use that on a website though. It needs to just be solid black. But oh jeez Louise. right, here we go. And this is a frame though, so we can't. I mean, this is not like I can't do anything with the left and right border there. So now my next thing is, can I just add my own frame to this? And it looks like I can. Let's go. Let's go, Canva. Who's taught y'all how to be cute? Let's say a 2, no, just probably a 1 PX border on that would be dope. Yeah, 1 pixel is fine, right? That looks decent. And then just bring that to where it belongs now. There. Yep, so now it's left align. No, it's not quite left align. There it is. Up now. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so now we have spacing in between. These are good. Now let's get our combo junkie image in here. So that's definitely going to be just a plain Jane circle. We don't want no borders on that one. So that's just going to be our plain Jane circle. We'll make this as small as it needs to be. So let's just pretend that it's just going to be this globe at first. And then now we know he's going to be in the middle. So I would say the face should be even smaller. Put him right there. Yeah. That's decent. All right, let's see. Let's go grab my mans in them. Actually, bear with me. Might do something funny when y'all get back. Trying to see if I want to do something funny or not. Alright, that's okay. I couldn't find nothing really funny, but this will be funny enough. Alright. Okay. Now come on back now. Alright, there's our combo junkie, okay? There's our combo junkie, okay? Let's give him that little 1 pixel greatness, you know? Give him that little 1 pixel greatness. Oh my god, that's too big. Can I go even less than 1 pixel? Wait a second. There's no way this is all I got to deal with. I could have sworn I went 1. Oh, okay. I have to do that and then 1. Yeah, there it is. That looks way. All right. And I think that if Combo Junkie is a link, we need to make sure that this is that hyperlink blue. That's kind of like that, right? It could be deeper than that. Go here. Let's make it deeper blue. Kind of that, right? And then let's bold it. What are we thinking? How's that looking? That's fine. I think that's good. Okay, we need a date, dude. We need a date and we're done with this wireframe, okay? And we're done with our homepage. We're not done with our homepage. Let's be real. We have to get a navigation in here too and a footer. But this is almost done, okay? We are doing really good. Let's go look at some more news websites and see when they are teasing content, how they do their dates. All right, Wapo. Disappointing. Fox.com? Wow, that's an amazing looking feel. Oh man, my sinuses just got really weirded. Okay, let's go news. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not a huge Fox fan, but this site looks amazing. I'm sorry, guys. This site looks incredible. Oh my god, this site looks incredible. How'd they do this? Oh, and I went to like one of my least favorite sections. Oh, jeez. No. Okay, I can't do it. I can't stomach this. I can't stomach it. I'll go see it in. Okay, this is going to be a little easier of a pill for me to swallow. Okay, so it looks like stories being teased no longer have date stamps on them. I love that. I am totally fine with these cards being developed without date stamps. Okay, that is totally fine. As long as these are sorted by date, who cares, right? So we have our nice little image. The person that made the image, I don't know if I want that to be colorful. As I'm looking at this, it looks like that color is distracting. But if we get rid of this border, okay. We'll see. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. We're not gonna worry about date. I don't think. I mean, I've seen things do things like here and then go post it at, but I don't want to. I don't care about date, honestly. Not in this teaser on the homepage. I don't think we do. I don't think we do, guys. I don't think we do. And this is just going to be using flex fill anyway, so it's going to make sure it fills out this whole space. I think we can get away with this by leaving this the way it is. I'm going to make this label a little bit smaller, make it 11, so it can rise a little above the image more. And I may even do something where the label is over the image, like in a little colorful, like maybe I color code all of the tags, give them all some kind of color, and then that's the background color of it, like maybe they're chips, right? That hover above the, dude, this afternoon, when I was cooking dinner, this evening, when I was cooking dinner, I was cutting onion, and I had a piece of the onion that was like almost at the butt of the onion, like almost the onion booty. So here it is, right? So let's say this is my onion, right? So I'm cutting, and you eventually get to the end of the onion where it's just like, barely anything left. But I really wanted that onion, okay? So I started to cut like this. I had the onion in my palm like this, and I started to cut like this. I was like, and I have some really sharp knives. I don't know how it happened, but like at the very last part, the knife went so fast that it cut my freaking hand. Like, it literally was like, bam! I was like, ouch! It hurts so bad, dude. I was like, how the heck did I just do that? Ugh. Anyway. Alright, anyway. Let's go. Wait. Did I actually close it? Sorry, I closed this window that I told myself I wasn't going to close anymore. Yeah. Wow, one of my friend's uncle's name was Uncle Tom. I'm not gonna talk about why that's legitimately hilarious, but we all have that Uncle Tom that we love so much. Okay, all right, let's get back to it. Okay, so we have our standard card design, and our concept is that we're going to tease all the stories, okay, and then we're going to need a navigation at the top of the menu. Navigation. And what should our navigation consist of? Okay, I know it should consist of like a home link. So maybe something with our logo, right? So we don't need this, okay? This right here that I was doing, this here, I don't really care for it anymore. I'm gonna get rid of it. That was like us getting the concept of these homepage cards, and I think we're good there now, right? Actually, let me do one thing first. I do want to make this a little bigger, and I want to group it. I'm gonna group this, and I'm gonna say that this is as big as it needs to be to fill up half of that, and then this should touch that. It should kiss. There we go. That's what our buckets are gonna look like when they're standing right next to each other. Okay, and then you can imagine if there were two of these, so if I just copy pasted this over, okay, and we plop that where it belongs, we can take both of these, get rid of their borders, right? And then now those kind of look clutch. And then we'll say that this guy, unlock you, this is gonna be, make sure that my layer is bring to front, whoops. Okay, let's see a small problema. We have, yeah, now we have padding left. Nah, okay, I do like that padding left. Okay, so we can't do what I just tried then. Let's get that black box back. We actually need to be a little smaller because it needs to respect that first chunk of padding. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I think that's where it needs. Yep, and now if we were to get rid of the border, they look like they just sit right side by side with a bunch of middle space, but honestly they don't. They just have the proper insets and padding. But those look like they could be pretty. Okay? If I had a section label over this called like, oh man, did I really do that? What did I do with Homer Simpson? Alright, it doesn't matter. I'll just go back. Okay, that's enough. Okay, and now group these. But see, he's going away for some reason when I group him. Yeah, he is on the... Now he's involved, but like, what happened to him before? There it is. I think that's the one. Now if I... There we go. Perfect. Kissing cousins. Okay, cool. And now if I do this, no border. There we go. That looks exactly how I want it. Okay, so that is going to be our home page design, but let's go back to the ticket. Let's add a little bit of let's add a little bit more to our scope. I think that we are on the hook for a few things that I haven't called out yet. So one of the things we are on the hook for, let's actually click into this and make it a bunch wider, and let's scope this out now. So we know we have a wireframe this using Tailwind, right? So let's say things to include, or this is actually a section that most PLs call notes for developer. Okay, so developer notes. Actually, I won't even do it like that. I'll do it like that. Actually, these would be designer notes technically. Okay, so the first thing I would say is that we need the individual card design. We need the navigation header design, includes navigation. Okay. And then footer design also includes navigation. All right, and our navigation is gonna be small. We're gonna have like 3 links, like about us, contact us, right? Like we don't care. We're not a real site. We may convert this into like a Combo Junkie site where I put all the Combo Junkie content up. That could be lit, actually. I may do something like that. And then create an API that takes the content that we put up on the site and pushes that straight to like YouTube and Facebook and all the different sites. That would actually be pretty lit. Like it will put it there exactly how we want it to, so we don't have to buy some like third-party tool. Okay, header design, individual card design, and then a footer design. I think this is all we're really on the hook for. Okay. So then this is acceptance criteria. This up here is going to be description. I don't know why, but I love putting these trailing colons after sections. I don't know what started me down that path of wanting to do that in section headers, but for some reason I love doing it. I used to be addicted to like the underlines on these. Jeez, all right, the nerd is showing. Let me chill. All right, I'm actually gonna do one more thing with these labels. I think they should be bolded. Oh, they were bolded. Okay, cool. So they're already bolded. That's fine. And I don't know, who knows what font and all that stuff we're gonna use, but let's pull this down a little bit. And now if we're looking at this page from a whole, right, I think that this section right here that I'm using for these cards, I kind of feel like this is, first off, it's probably not centered. Let's do that first. Arrange horizontally center. I'll just do tidy up. All right, now I don't like it as much. All right, let's get that other box back. I'm gonna make those bigger actually. I'm gonna make them bigger after all. Feels like that was the original. And if I were to paste this in, put those right next to each other, and do this. Alright, and then if I arrange you guys, tidy you up. Alright, hang on. Stop. Okay. Wait, this is getting from. Okay, and then now you guys obviously are not. But actually, let's not even worry about that right now. Let's just position horizontal. Okay. Cool beans, I guess. Now, if I get rid of you. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of all this white space on the edges, but who cares? I'm gonna pull this down a bit. Whoops. I think I can hold shift and pull it down. Alright, it's time to lock this thing. Driving me crazy. Alright, and then we imagine there's gonna be some section here. I've seen websites before. That is really unfortunate that that just happened. Wait a second. Why is this not? This should be 1080, man. Oh my god. Okay, and then 1920. Okay, and then I want this to be square, and I want to lock it. Okay. Why the heck is it doing that when I lock it? Okay, maybe I have to do lock position only then. Yeah, okay, cool. So now we don't have to worry about these. I will unlock the position on them. Okay. I will change the shape to a regular square. Oh, maybe that's why it's doing that. So now if I go 1920 again. Okay, let's do. Alright, and then now that they're regular square, 1920, I should be able to just do regular lock. Whoops. Let's do regular lock. There we go. Okay, that's what it was. Alright, that's fine, who cares? So now we need a navigation. And I want to do a very modern navigation for this. I want to just do like a bar and the three. Yeah, I just want to do that. And I don't even know if I want words. I just probably want a logo. So we need a Trend Junkie logo first. So let's do elements, logo, gaming logo. Alright, I feel like I have a Combo Junkie logo somewhere. Let me check my machine real quick, make sure I don't have a logo floating around. If I do, I can't remember. I was kind of against logos for this brand for a while. I know I made one for Empower Fitness. Yeah, I don't think I have one. That's fine. I'm gonna just steal one from Canva, right? They're all free. So we are Trend Junkie. We're a website that is all about gaming. And the name of the website is Trend Junkie. I like retro, well this isn't retro, but like this like little picture of a Switch, right? Like if we zoom in really close to the point where this feels like we're at the right resolution, go all the way in, like there, right? So this is about where you would kind of see a website, right? If you were close enough up on it. I could totally see this being in the top of right-hand corner. And then showing like, hang on, this actually, we might be onto something, guys. And then like, hold on, guys. Wait a minute. Did we just become best friends? Yep. That actually looks dope. I don't know about the green, okay? I don't know about the green, but I don't hate the actual design though. That look kind of lit to me. And then have it right aligned, right? Look, this one I'm finna blow everybody's face off. What you do is you put this logo in the top right? And you right align that bad boy like that. Right? Give it some breathing room. And then you put this along the background like that, yeah. Whatever we do, we doing something like that. Okay, that might not be the text. I like game over. Okay, let's use game over. We got to find the text for it, but I got a feeling it's going to be something like that. Oh, trend. All right, actually get this exactly where it need to be. Perfect. And then now let's right align it. And we know that's way too big, right? Let's be for real. Oh, that's not the right. It's not the right. It's not the right font, guys. That might work. Game on might work because that's one of the colors that you get. You get this color a lot on this platform. You get that color scheme a lot. Ooh. Okay. All right, they are just grouped. All right, we need some. And then I do like the black strip idea. I love the black strip idea. Okay, so I'm gonna do that too. All right, so and then I think we can be done after this. Honestly, guys, I don't think we need to spend too much time on this logo. All right, so actually I'm gonna do this. 20. So 40. Okay. I want the space between these to be a lot less. The E to line up closer to that. Okay. And now I think this is going to be choice on a black background. All right. Square going. Black square. Backwards. I hate it, but we're gonna circle back to this. Trust me. I am too much of a stickler for pretty things when it comes to websites. All right, and then now we're gonna say navigation bar, no, icon, and it should just be the ellipses. Yep, right there. That's what we need. We'll make it white. There we go. Put it right there in the corner. And I want that to be centered with that. Yep, that looks good. Yeah, and then this whole thing need to be grouped and smaller now. I'm starting to think that this is not as bad as I was making it out to be, honestly. I don't see the word junky as well as I would like to. It's not as prominent, right? And it could just be a matter of kind of moving this around, rotating it a bit, playing around with the rotation, putting it making it even bigger, right? So that you clearly see that it's trend junky on top of this. I don't know yet. I don't like this font anymore. You know what I mean? Like that font is kind of trash now. So yeah, actually anything is gonna look weird on that surface unless it's the polar opposite. of that black, right? Which is kind of white. We could also go a little bigger, right? Oh, we onto something with this. Yeah, it's a small. Oh no. Okay, there we go. I was gonna say, yeah, it's definitely small controller though. Small controller. A little more angle. Right there. And let's change the opacity, I think. Yeah, there we go. I wanna turn it back around. There we go. I know what the problem is too. I just don't know how to fix it. I hate when I start having this much fun. I stopped. I'm not giving up on this. Hold on, it's important for the site. I gotta love looking up here. Okay. There we go. All right, I think I'm gonna like this better. All right, yeah, that's gonna be better. Okay. All right, there we go. All right, we're done. We're done. Let's leave it. I can do this all night. I'm mad as hell. Like, I can't do nothing but can't do nothing but design all night. All right, boom. Laka. That's. I feel like that's fine. I feel like that's fine. This is too big now, in my opinion. I feel like this need to go up some. So now what I'm gonna do is this feature that I love about Canva, which is tidy up. Which, if I'm not mistaken, nope. I do want these to stay. Hang on, let's just do this. Let's just do the bare minimum right now. Let's just make sure this is vertically centered. So middle. And then let's make sure this group is too. Alright, they good. Alright, so let's just leave those for right now. This is our whole menu. That's one. So this is one example. And then what I say we have at the top is like a big ass, I say we put a big old like carousel where it's like the first 5 like feature stories. It's huge. You know what I mean? And it's just like one big image, right? With text over it. So for that, let's go to elements. Let's see if we can find a photo with text over it. Photo with text. So I want to do something similar to a flyer almost. You know what I mean? Like I want these to be images that don't need necessarily a person to... Hold on, I got an idea. Hold on. It's something that I might be able to play with. Here we go. You know what I mean? Like something like this. And it's as big as it can get so that it can be centered up here, right? And then, actually, no, not just centered there, right? But it has to be aligned with these left rails. So we would have to pull these down again. Okay. And stretch this out as far as it can go to the point where it meets this left rail. There. Oh, but I don't want to drop it. Oh, and that's why I can't reach these, right? Because I got the white border around these. Which is fine. I want it to really be this. So I'm gonna ungroup this so that one of the anchor points is this image. Okay, and then I'm gonna ungroup this so that one of the anchor points is this topic label. There we go, right? Now I can group back. Okay, and now I can move all up. All right. That's kind of how I want it, right? I want it to be like trend junkie. And then maybe there are some controls here where you can go left and right. So let's put some of those there. Elements, left arrow, right? And it is actually a left navigation. These kind of look trash to me. It's something like that, right? That's really what I want. Something like that. That looks like more of a graphic almost. That's like you've seen them on websites. They got the little, you know, it's this really, this is what it is. This is almost exactly what I had in mind. You know what I'm saying? Like that. And it gotta be fun and bubbly because this image is fun and bubbly. So it kind of fit the context perfectly. Yeah, there we go. That might be too small because it's not noticeable enough. Let's make it a little bigger. But I feel like that'll work. Let's make it a little bigger. Sure it's centered entirely. There you go. And then now, if we make another one, we should be able to flip it, rotate it, make it do a 90-degree angle. No, that's just gonna point it downward, ain't it? Yeah. Make it do a 90, and then another 45 of the 90 is what, 120? Not 120. 90, 130, 5. What the hell? Why can't I figure this out? 90, 100. Wait, 100 would be 145. Why ain't it 135? Wait, hold on. What the hell? Let me see what degrees. Just a full 180? Alright, screw you. I hate math. No, I don't. It's actually my most strong subject. I don't know why I just drew a blank right there. But alright, there we go. We got some left and right arrows. Alright, okay. That's a cute homepage. Alright. And this is a wireframe, please. Who are you kidding? Alright, so we got our story content here. Right? I think we need to give a little less breathing room. Because that looked like it's a lot of extra white space. So I'm going to ungroup these. I am going to say that instead of this starting so far from the left, let me get my edge back. And I actually want to start you a little less far, right? Like that looks better to me. So now I'm going to grab all of y'all and just pull y'all over a little more. So that you're not suffocating, but you also not like dying for breath either. Okay, and now I can pull all of y'all down some because y'all all got more breathing room now. Oh no, I don't want the background. Alright, I'll get rid of this. And then now let's go ahead and group this back together and that's fine. Alright, and then now we will squish these together. Are we saying this is too big to be half? Maybe. There it is. There's half. I just saw the halfway marker. Yep. Now the question is that too little breathing room now? Hold on, let's go up a little. Alright, I think that's better. Alright, and now what I'll do is the spacing thing. So I'll say that it is... hang on, this is way too much, I think, for it to do. Yeah, here we go. And now I'll say tidy up. Alright, oh snap, I know what I should have did. Hold on, before I make those a different size, what I want to do is I want to actually run a tidy up on it. Okay. Wait, what is happening with this? I am not a fan. All right, I think that's what we need to do. The even still uneven. So hang on, I gotta fix this. This is gonna drive me crazy if I don't actually fix this the right way. Let's get rid of this. Make sure all of this is it is. Okay, cool. So now problem here is this ain't starting at the left edge, which we needed to. But if this is gonna start at this left edge, then I can't have an inset here. So that's the problem. So now my boxes can't have left margins. Which is that a problem? That might not, who cares? If it started at the exact left, who cares? That does mean that the image though has to go side to side, which I think is fine. So here, let's get our background border back. It's almost 9 o'clock. We actually thought, we are so arrogant. We really thought we was gonna be able to knock this out. Just crank through this, huh? In 2 points. Alright, well at least now we know the real. Definitely ain't something we could knock out just like that in 2 points. We need to give ourselves the proper time for this. Because the next one is the tagging template. So we're gonna have the big stuff done, thank God. Alright, I think that's better. Let's make this a little bigger to fill in the space. Need enough space for Hank Hill right there. He need a little bottom room. Perfect. So now we can get rid of, actually let's keep that so we can have a guardrails. That looks much better to me. Let's group this, let's get rid of the border. Now that looks much better to me. That looks like that it is anchored with that and it's perfectly spaced. So here, let's go ahead and copy this now. And let's put it like it should be able to kiss and touch, right? So there's that, and then now I should be able to do this, yeah, to make it even. Wait, is it even? Wait. Oh, it's too big. Fine. I need to just make sure this is hitting at the center point. No, it can't hit at the center point. It needs some wiggle room now. It needs to be smaller than the center point by about 10 pixels, right? Because we'll put 20 pixels in between. So if this is 497 right now, it could be 487. That's enough. Let's just see what 485 look like. And that don't look small enough to me. So let's make this a little smaller. Maybe go down 10 more. Roundabout. Yep. Boom. All right, and then now we're gonna do a tidy up. Oh, FO. Alright, that looked good. Let me do it one more tidy up on this, but not tidy up. I want to see what a I want to see what a horizontal. Nah. I like tidy up. That's cool. Because what it's doing, y'all, is it's like messing with my. Don't like the fact that it's messing with that. But my spacing is off. My size is off of these. For sure, that's why I complained. These weren't big enough to support it. How about now? And now if I just do this, I don't even got to keep doing all that extra stuff. I can just do tidy up now. There you go. There we go. Boom! Yeah, that's it. That's it. Okay, cool. So now we got a header, right? We got a header area, which is basically the navigation and the logo. Actually, I'm going to pull this logo over about whatever the inset is here. Yep. And then we're going to also put a navigation in the inset. Right? It looks like there's a margin, an outer margin on this page. So now we have that. We have... Yeah. So now that we got that, we got that, we got that. The next thing I would think to see on the home page. So we got our carousel. We got some feature stories. Do we need anything else? Maybe a banner. What would drive the content for the banner, though? No, we good. We just gonna have a bunch of stories. And these might be tucked into various categories, but we're not gonna go overboard. So for now, this is just gonna be all of the stories that's in our database. Okay, they're not gonna be sorted by any kind of way. Maybe we can add a sort option here to sort these by type or something like that. But for now, this is very okay. This is gonna be fine. Okay, so we can finally sign off on our home page. Let's add ourselves a subheading. Nah, we need a real heading for this. Hold on, y'all. I think somebody pinging me. Somebody's pinging me. Hey, where'd my heading go? This is gonna be called homepage. Okay. Go ahead and put this right here. And then what I'll do, I'll make that way bigger. Now we know that this is the homepage wireframe. Super easy, right? 2 points, right? All right, let's go ahead and link to this in our ticket. We can call this done. So this was in progress. Let's actually go to our board. And let's start the next sprint. So we are going to start this sprint that we just hydrated. Okay. So if we come here, we are going to start the sprint. Okay. Our goal is to complete 2 front-end experiences, and then that's one goal. But remember, we got that other goal, though. We got that other goal. That other goal is to create narrative story builder. Right? Remember that WYSIWYG job right there? That was crazy. Yeah, we're gonna do that. We got until 7 to do it. I think we got enough time. I don't feel like we won't in time. Okay. It looks like I spelled something wrong there in my actual sprint goals, which is insane. Narrative. No, that's fine. Okay, cool. So we had this in progress. We will go ahead and make a comment saying homepage wireframe complete. Please see content I mean, sorry, please CC wireframe section here, right? And then we know that if I highlight this and go grab this link, right, I can, and I don't want to do the edit link here, but cares, right? This is all our project. No one can get it here. And there we go. So it looks like, please see the wireframe section here. It looks like that is good to go. Someone is pinging me. Give me a second, guys. Someone's pinging me, and I hate neglecting the chat, but when I get in the groove, I cannot help myself. I start to ignore everything else that's going on, and I am just, you know, in my own head, right? So, all right, I think that was somebody introducing themselves, maybe. Like that is a message on the YouTubes. All right, it's not a message here. It was just a direct message to me. That's fine. That's fine. Sucks. Hopefully, I was just reading something. One of my friends said something sad on Facebook. One of my friends. Anyway, all right. So let's get back to it. We are actually gonna do some scope creep here, or we're gonna do some point creep because this was not a 2-point effort. I'm gonna say this is more like a 3. So I am going to adjust that mid-sprint. You don't want to do that usually because it's going to make your guesstimations go all crazy. But I would rather at the end of the sprint we know how long stuff really took versus us not really understanding. So this was a 2-hour task. Well, no, it was a 2-hour task, right? It's 9 o'clock. We started at 7. We did do maybe a half an hour of talking, so it was about an hour and a half task. So yeah, I'm gonna say for what we're trying to do during this stream, I would say that was more like a 3-point effort if we're trying to engage in the points. Okay, that being said, I'm gonna take a very quick break to refill my water, and I'll be right back. All right, so don't go anywhere, you junkies. If y'all want to keep doing some of these awesome pieces of code, just stick around and we will be RB, my guys. Oh my god. Yo, this I got this thing where whenever I yawn, my eyes water up uncontrollably. Is that everybody or is that just me? It just be a me problem. I'm no stranger to me problems. Oh, so Facebook messages come through here? What? Oh no, that looks insane. All right, maybe this is better with it on it. Sorry, I'm sitting here setting up my stream panel so I can actually see the chats like more in my face. Because up until this point, the chat has been. I use an app called Restream, and it shows me chats from 3 different channels, right? YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. And Facebook, you got to be my friend to actually see that stream. But I'm about to just go public with my profile. I don't think I have anything on there that's like just my personal business anymore. I think that my usage of Facebook has slowly but surely become just a tool for marketing this content and sharing memes here and there, but nothing crazy. I just fear that I got some like hidden personal stuff on there that I like forgot all about. Excuse me. So that's the only reason I don't want to make like the profile itself too public. The streams can be public, but maybe the profile, there's some doxable stuff in there that I would be a little nervous about putting to the interwebs. But I guess that wouldn't be any different than the stuff that I got everywhere else. I got to think it through. All right, so there was something I thought about when I was getting my aqua. My aqua. You gotta stay hydrated when you develop it, man. Okay, I'm actually gonna change these sections to purpose. Because description is redundant, right? I am gonna say though that I'm gonna provide the actual sections that the navigation should. Oh no. I was only on the hook for the design. Yeah. I was only on the hook for the design, right? Oh, we forgot about the footer. Oh no. Footers are normally these days just big black chunks full of like 3 columns of text, right? Let's go ahead and all right. So we were wrong. We were not done. That's why I know this was 3, right? Still in progress with the wireframe. Let's go back over here. Am I talking? Okay, cool. Let's go back over here, and I want to take this wireframe now. I want to unlock this board, and we know that this is our. And I'm gonna actually get rid of these 2 because we want to keep this locked. Actually, I don't know what I was thinking. We want to keep this locked because remember, this is our like blueprint for another 1920 by 1080. So this tells us everything that is going to be above the fold. And what I want to do is I want to get another black box, put it down here, and that's going to be our footer. Our whole footer is just going to be one black box at the bottom of the page. Okay, so I'm going to come here. I'm going to grab this little guy. Okay, I'm going to make him black. No borders. Get real into. Okay. That's like literally kissing the edge. And then I'm gonna go all the way across, right? So this. I don't know how deep it has to be, but we know we want like 3 columns of content. So what do we want to say? Like we want to say at the very bottom center, probably a copyright tag. So I'm gonna go to the end here. Like look at that. We want something like this. But it's not in center. It's probably gonna be left align. And then we want ours to be this small probably. And then the channels, right? The follow. So we still in this. We want our social icons. Already got something for that too. We want the combo junkie icons down here. We want the social, actually, let's go to IGN. I want something that's real simple. All right, they infinite scrolling, so you can't get to theirs. And I think I made that way too small. Go out. Let's go to Figma, maybe. Yeah, see, this is really simple, right? And I want to say like, yeah, I want to say like a follow column, and then about column, right? Follow about, and then follow about, and then I don't know what I want down here. It probably could be real simple. Let's just throw a copyright down there and call it a day, huh? Who else can we check out? Yeah, we're gonna do our add 2024 trend junkie, comma, all rights reserved, and then we're gonna do a follow and about. Boom, done. And then we'll do search. Right? That seemed pretty basic enough for me. So I'm gonna do. All right, let's just get some text going. Let's get that. I'll say paste that in. We say add 2024 trend junkie. All rights reserved, and then I'll make that white. We'll move that up into the code. Okay, and now that's completely centered. Put a little bit of breathing room on the bottom, right? Okay, and then we'll actually say this is left align, and we'll give this. Let's say this is gonna have like, oh yeah, we have a place that we start. Got an inset is what that's called. Okay. Then we can say, actually I like that better in the center. That looked better in the middle. And then, I don't know. Y'all, this is, I hate design. Yeah, and then we toss the logo down there. And like, search bar tomorrow. I don't know. The logo. Okay, we'll make that way smaller. Okay, and now we can align this to that left anchor. Okay, about right there. And then we can do an about section. Say about us. All right, we'll just start putting some here. About us. Contact us. Join Junkyard. And then all of these, right? All of these are gonna be left alone. These need to feel more like a news web. Need to get back into our news bag. Okay, so these are gonna be left aligned. There we go. And also what I'm gonna do is the positioning on these, I'm gonna do this left, and then I'm just gonna bring this over a little. Okay. Now it's starting to get a link feel. We'll move this over even more so it's like mad space down here. Then we'll do another one over here. So we can say contact us, join the junkyard, and then we're gonna do a whole nother joint over here. We need one more link. What's one more link we could do? What's one more link we help? Oh, privacy policy. Every site got a privacy policy, right? Might not even populate that with anything, but see, I'll do some vertical spacing, which it looks like that was already cleaned up. So now I'm gonna paste this, right? Because what we're finna do on this side is we're gonna actually put a follow. We're gonna do a follow joint over here, but what we're gonna do is the about us gonna become follow, right? And then we're gonna make that bold. Because this is now a section, but it's not the same type of section. We're gonna tighten it up a little bit. We're gonna put all of the socials in, right? With like maybe little icons or something. So I even want that to be closer. Right, I want it to be something like that, and then I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna vertically center adjust those. Okay, and then we're gonna change this. We're gonna make this down a little bit more. Okay, there we go, perfect. And now I'm gonna say for the privacy policy jump, do what we're gonna do. Let's say Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, IG, and TikTok. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6. Start from most popular to popular. Most popular right now is YouTube. Second most popular is Twitch. Third most popular is TikTok. Fourth most popular is Instagram, Twitter. Well, to be fair, speaking, everything is more popular than Facebook right now. But yeah, so this looks a little better. I can get rid of one of these. This is kind of cluttery right now. I can either do that, or since this is our website, I could just do this. Lock this guy in. Now we're gonna grab all of these. We're gonna put these in column group. We are going to select all of y'all. We're gonna put y'all up some. Okay. And what I actually want to do is space this all out based on the background. Okay, so I want to like horizontally space that out. Okay. And then I'm gonna tidy it up too. Nope, don't like tidy up. And what I'm gonna do with this trend junkie is on purpose they gave me more room over here, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do like this. I'm gonna put him off over here to the side still, and I'm gonna center a line like these a little bit to the right. You know what I'm saying? Almost to the point where let's see what this looks like if it's anchored over here. Right, that to me that look cleaner, right? Kind of look more professional. And then maybe this could stand to use a little bit of space. So let's like anchor that there now, boom. And then this can all come down a tad smidge bit. So I'm gonna just grab all three of these and like zoom in a bit more and pull them down so that they not kissing the top like that. All right, and then now boom, footer's done. Okay, so now we have a decent looking footer that if you come to our website, this will look like a legitimate footer, right? And I'm actually gonna change this to bold. The about us markup, I'm gonna change that to bold because I kind of feel like we can get out of the requirement of having to create a like we would be on the hook for creating that about us link, when really contact us is all we care about. Like I don't want to write no dissertation explaining like what we trying to do, you know what I'm saying? So we can kind of get out of that game altogether by just omitting that entirely. I'm gonna vertically line these up a bit. I'm gonna tidy this up a bit. Nope, don't want to tidy it up. I think vertical alignment is solid. Okay, boom. We are now officially done with that ticket for real. Now we can move that ticket back into this space, and let's move the home design now in progress. So now our goal, right? The new goal is to convert this page right here in front of us, this next page, get started 1-1, all this BS. We want to get rid of this now, and we want to convert it into this, right? And it's all static at first, right? We just want to have that design locked and loaded so that when we do go to make it dynamic, we got components that we can work with and just pass them data. We got like the actual design in place, and we can just like put that on the page. So I like that. As I'm kind of zoomed out, I do feel like these need more space. I feel like these elements are too tight together with this image. So what I'm gonna do is, instead of undoing the whole thing, I'm just gonna make the image itself a little smaller. So I'm gonna bring it down. I'm gonna zoom in really far. I'm gonna bring it down a little bit at the top, a bit at the bottom. Okay. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ungroup this. And I'm gonna do the same thing for this, right? Since that's ungrouped now, I should be able to snap to that, and I should be able to snap to that. Yep. All right. That looks better to me. More breathing room for the words. Okay, cool. So now this is the part where I am going to struggle, okay? This is the part where I know I'm gonna struggle. So first things first, let's just start with getting our the page that we had here. This is like a real landscapey page. I want to try and understand it a little better, so I am going to, whoops. We'll just open the dev tools real quick, click on this inspector, and kind of see how they have the body worked out, right? Like okay, here we go. This is our main div. It's not bad. I can work with that. And then inside of there, where they would put all the, oh, they got the shadow dom in here. Let's go. I don't even think you can do inspect element on these, right? Like, if I'm not mistaken, you can't really inspect these. Oh shit, yes you can. All right, so this is like the header. Ah, this is gonna be. So this is the header we want. We want something like this that stretch all the way across. Like, I think the question is, how do we deal with layout in NextJS? So let's go styling, Tailwind CSS, importing styles. Turbo pack. What the heck is turbo pack? Oh, I know what SCSS is. Official Tailwind NextJS guide. Let's go. I mean, do I want to do this right now? I kind of do want to. Like, here's layout. Like, what'd be helpful for me, guys, really is like just a page example. Now, I don't know if that's what this is, to be honest. Because they got the templates. They got the templates, but you got to pay a couple dollars for it. You know what I'm saying? I would love to see, like I would love to see, like, how some of these pages are just structured. So this is like you get everything already built if you do it this way, and it's just up to you to like go through it and tinker with it to make it your own. But all right, we getting a little ahead of ourselves. I think the first things first, guys. Let's go back over to Tailwind. Let's actually get started with Tailwind. Okay, let's do the get started. First frameworks. Okay, installing Tailwind. Let's just do this first. So install -d. What's npm -d? I know it ain't what I think it is. I know G is global. What's dash? They don't even have it in here, but this is some other dude's documentation. I hate when people are so like not direct on some of this. All right, let's just do it. Let's just do it. I don't care anymore. I don't need the app directory because I'm a Pages kind of guy. But I think I'm gonna have my stuff in Pages. I think everything that we do with Tailwind is gonna be tied to the page it belongs to. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's go first and install the packages. We'll head over to the IDE. And we can actually shut down Sanity for now. All right, so we don't need two bash things open. We can shut down next as well. For now, we're gonna need that to validate pretty much everything. So we're gonna fire that open in a second, but let's just get these packages enabled for now. So now the next one is npx. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's lovely. I don't have to keep looking all over my shoulder here. I figured out a way to strip out this hey, where'd it go? Do I have to have what? What's a better place for this? You know what? A better place for this is probably down here, I think. Like right here, yeah. Leave it right here. Alright, so now that that's done, let's go back to the browser and see what they want us to do. So they say, now that that's done, you'll get these two files. Let's make sure that they weren't cap in a wraps. So inside of Trend Junkie, we have the Tailwind config, and then there was a P something. Yeah, post CSS config. Okay, cool. So we do have that. Okay, so there weren't caps in their wraps. Okay, and then now configuring Tailwind inside of the Tailwind file, add paths to the. Okay, so then in content we need to add the pages. That's what we're gonna do. So let's go back to the IDE inside of the Tailwind inside of content. We'll add the pages here. And then now let's go back to the browser. Another way to handle this. I was almost there. I think I have an idea, but it's... Wait, let me see what happens when I do something. That's not too bad, right? So if I do this... Wait, hang on, guys. I'm sorry. I'm just figuring stuff out real quick with my setup, and I have a feeling that I'm on to something that'll make this a little easier for me to keep switching back and forth between these windows. Right now I'm having to like go into my streaming software every single time I want to do it. But I think I can just give y'all a partially, don't need to either. I can give y'all a partially full, like for the most part full. Like there, right? You can't even tell that that ain't full. Yes. All right, I need this. All right, bear with me, bear with me. Okay, and then now, same thing for the IDE. But how didn't I think of it? This music is amazing that I'm playing right now. I don't know what it is, but all right, there we go. Now I should be able to really easily flip back and forth between browser and IDE, and quickly be able to do it with my my own. All right, there's an Atlassian tab that I just picked up. Did not know I had that. That is awesome. What? What? This is crazy. Okay, they said I can't do it running remotely. So can I do it from here now? Oh, that's so awesome of a tool, dude. I did not know there was an Atlassian extension, dude. That's so cool. I don't think you guys can see what I'm doing, right? Yeah, no, you can't. Okay. I'm just logging in Jira, which is quite frankly, it's amazing that they're letting me do this. To be able to see the actual tickets from VS Code, that's so awesome, dude. Look at that. That's so cool. Alright, there we go. Okay. Allow. Yep. Okay, and then now this is the extension. There's all my tickets, dude. That's so cool, bro. That just made my night right there. I won't lie. That might have just made my whole night. Little stuff like that really gets my juices going. Like, dude. That's my picture, bro. Hold on, let's see. For the which one are we doing right now? What are we working on right now? We are working on homepage. Static homepage, and right. We doing this right now. That's what we doing. Oh, with the description. We ain't got the description. It's not that awesome. You lost some points. You lost some points, boy. I guess it do give you like a quick look at what you got going on. As long as they let you sort it. Alright, yes. Okay. Great. Alright for the hype up. It's lacking a few things. It could use a few bells and whistles, okay? Alright, let's get back to it. So we got our pages configured. This is what we want Tailwind to respect. Go back to browser. Don't care about that. Okay, that. Care about that. Okay, here we go. Not need to modify the post CSS. Okay, so now importing styles. Add the Tailwind CSS directives that Tailwind will use to inject the generated styles to a global style sheet in your application. Now we're going to go make ourselves a global.css file, and we're going to import these things to our file. Okay, so let's head back over to the IDE. And now, where do we want styles to be? It looks like they've decided it for us. Okay, it looks like they've also given us these things, so I can't knock that, right? They're on top of things. Unknown rule at Tailwind. I could have sworn that's what they were solving for, being honest. Let's go back to the browser and see if we can mention about it. Directives are custom Tailwind add rules you can use in your CSS that offer special functionality for Tailwind CSS projects. Okay. The at layer directive tells which buckets set custom styles belong to. Okay, at layer, these are belong to my base. Okay, so this is like my rules for so I will import these and they will in turn give me these. Okay, I think that's kind of the meat and potatoes of it, which is fine, right? That's yay. So now inside of one of my TSX files, I can import that global style sheet now, and I can start leveraging some of the styles that I have on them. Okay, so create next app. This is them just passing down some metadata. Oh, this is gonna be like the React router. And they put this in like some main layout file. Wait, do we even have a sense of that in here? I don't even know if we have that. Oh, so that's here. That's this. This is the way we're doing it. Sorry, we're cool. So we do have that now. Okay, so that is kind of automatically. Oh, and here's our document. Yeah, so here's our document, guys. Look at that. We are actually in business. Okay. And I'm guessing index is that, like the stuff around it, right? So if that's main, if this is home, nope, can't say I understand it yet, guys. I won't lie. But I'm guessing this is like the index page, right? And the fact that this is exporting default home, I don't think it matters. I do think this gives you access to use home as a component somewhere, like in here or something like that. But I still don't think I understand how it works, to be honest. I'm thinking like, shouldn't there be like a header component? Like a head component? Oh, next document. Okay, so where is next document? That's just something in their framework somewhere. Like all of these are their like regular bits and pieces, I guess. I don't know, dude. I don't know. Alright, so we're gonna get into developing a page. Presumably. I mean, again, I have no idea what's happening right now. I shouldn't say that. I do have a sense of what, but we're still in the very beginning phases of this. So this was already done for us by NextJS, the thing that we're using. And this is saying we can use some of these classes, which is fine. I don't really care about that. So I'm gonna just move on to the next client components in the app directory. So wait, what is this stuff? Like, what does it give you? That in the next using custom font. Here's the pages version of it, but I really think we should have been using that that apps version because that's what they're recommending and that's where everything's moving to. So, and I saw some of my homeboys, they were using that today too. So like, what do you get with this? this chakra thing. Okay. Yeah, I figured that, right? You get easier ways to style things, basically. All right, we're not there yet. We're not even here yet. This is insane to me that we're not even here yet. But I bet you get shit like the box, oh my god, dude, this is good. This is what we need. Yeah, sorry guys. We're gonna try and get Chakra. Actually, let's go back real quick and see some of the other ones. The following libraries are supported in client components in the app directory. I feel like we should do this. I feel like we should do this, and this should be how we introduce ourselves to using some of these components inside of our application. Because if we can say that we can give someone a really easy way to do this, like let's say we get a customer, right, that says, hey, build me a website, and we go through all the rigmarole to build them that crazy wireframe we built earlier. Like, if we can do that though, then now we have the ability to say that we can stand up these websites really quickly. But we would have to get really good at this, right? And we can either do all of this stuff ourselves, I mean, which I would never ever in a million years want to do, right? Or we just use something like Chakra, right? I gotta get my chakra up, man. I'm gonna use it. I hate saying this. I hate doing this. But I don't know if I'm losing anything by doing this. I don't know if I'm like missing out on learning something substantial. Like for those who may not know, this weekend I actually did go through an entire ES6 course, and I do plan on going through an entire ReactJS course as well, just to learn some of the fundamentals. But again, I genuinely feel like I'm not going to be missing out on any of that stuff if I use a system that has a lot of the design elements I need already out of the box, right? Right? Because someone can say like, yo, for my project, I use Chakra for the styles. Like, are you really saying like I'm a bad developer because I did that? I don't think so. Like, the whole point of this, all of these kind of community-driven tools is for you to recycle them and reuse them. And if NextJS themselves, hang on, sorry. Hold on, CSS NJS libraries, which require runtime JavaScript, are not currently supported in server components. Using CSS NJS with newer React features like server components and streaming requires library authors to support the latest version of React, including concurrent rendering. We're working with the React team on upstream APIs to handle CSS and JavaScript assets with support for React server components and streaming architecture. The following libraries are supported in client components in the app directory. Okay, so these aren't supported in server components though. Is that gonna matter? Hang on, let's see. Server components versus components. Server components are rendered only on the server side, and their output is sent to the client as HTML. They are not part of the JavaScript bundle sent to the client and are never rendered on the client side. Client components, on the other hand, are executed on both the server side and client side, which I understand, right? So we wouldn't be able to use the get server side props call, right? Not with any of the, we'd be able to use that to get the data, but not to render any component that requires that server-side prop. Right? These are only client-side components, right? So the idea is that I'm going to be fetching the data for these components on the client, and that's where I'll do my render. This actually is not a great solution for us then. I guess not for heavy websites. For websites that are going to be super lightweight and they don't really care about the client side experience having to fetch the data every time. It's not even fetching the data, right? Here's the reality. The benefit of having server-side rendering, in my opinion, is that your pages load faster overall, but your builds take longer, right? Because you have to generate all of these HTML files. And then on the other hand, if you're rendering everything client side, there is some latency there. But dude, unless your APIs are god awful slow, like JavaScript after ES5, after no, not even 5, after ES4, when not even 4, right? I think it was even before that, when JavaScript figured out how to properly run without all the added overhead, JavaScript became lightning fast, right? We see it in things like WebKit, Chrome, when they introduced everything, when after we got out of like the Netscape land and all of that, when we got into like kind of Web 2.0, JavaScript started to move exponentially faster, right? And it can handle and process things really quickly. So yes, there would be some latency on actually getting the data from a payload, but that's going to be browser cached. And most of the times, your API payloads aren't going to be that heavy anyway. So yeah, there may be some moments on your site where there's a loading GIF, right? But that's going to be cached after that first hit. So yeah, I think that the benefits that we would get right now from building our site from scratch using these out-of-the-box components is gonna be worth it, right? Okay, so I'm gonna do it. I am going to install the Chakra framework. So let me actually close out of this. Let's go back over here. And I am gonna say, yes, we're going to use Chakra for at least the homepage. And then maybe what we'll do is we'll learn enough from using Chakra to develop our own components, right? And then we won't need to lean on these components after that. All right, so this is saying like if you are using the new app structure, which we aren't, this is giving you a way to do that. We aren't using that though. So hopefully this takes into consideration that not all of us are using that new approach. Yeah, I'm actually gonna do NextJS pages because I don't feel like dealing with their, hey, just in case you're doing everything the cool way, like here's how you do it the bad way. All right, so we are going to we're going to run this, and we are making a executive decision that we will be leveraging some of these hand-me-downs, okay, from the interweb. Okay, so now wrap your app.js file with the Chakra provider. So now import this guy. Oh, that's so much easier to flip between browser and IDE now. All right, I think that they said do the app, so we should be in Trend Junkie, which is here. Gonna be in, I think it was app. Maybe it was app. Yeah, and I think that's here, right? So we just need to wrap this component here inside of the Chakra provider. So if we come back over to the browser, we've imported this, and now we're gonna grab this guy. So we don't need to do that thing here. I don't need to copy that. Chakra. Okay. All right. Officially wrapped. Go back to the they do next. Okay, and then, styling NextJS link. We recommend using the link component provided from the Chakra package. It combines the functionality of the NextJS link and Chakra styling features. Okay. So now go into our page.tsx, which for us right now, I think it's index.psx. .tsx. So let's go back to here. Pages index. Yeah, I think that was right. So now we'll come here. We're importing image for some reason. I think default page. This is like, I think this is like a about page, maybe. I don't know what page this is for them. I think this is just styling NextJS link. So where do we do this? Like this would normally go in TSX, but would this? I guess this now needs to go in. Like, where's our default page at? Is that our document? Yeah, let's go back. Maybe. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what they're getting at here. All right, maybe this is just telling us. Maybe this is just trying to say like, hey, when you do go to use links, use ours. Okay, that's fine. I don't care. I don't care. Let's do this font piece. With Next.js 13, you can optimize your fonts, including custom fonts, and remove external network requests for improved performance. So they're saying inside of the lib directory / fonts.ts, which I don't know if we have that. No, we definitely don't. So we would make that. I guess we would make that, and then now we can improve or optimize our fonts by like declaring what we want to use. This is like a Google font, the Rubik font, which I'm down to use that. I don't care. And then now this is saying like even on top of that, you can say everything now uses those fonts. Yeah, hell yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. I don't care. I don't care. So this is really just setting the stage for like the ecosystem we're creating. Really means absolutely nothing for it, if I'm being completely honest. Whoops. But it is going to simplify things, right? I think that's fair. Okay, so fonts.ts. That stuff in there. Cool beans. And when they say in your underscore app, include the styles. Yep, so let's just go ahead and do that. That's easy. So now in here, in the underscore pages. In here, let's import fonts from, I think that's actually right too. I think it's just up one. Wait, did we get that right by accident? We did not know that that's where they wanted us to put it. Yeah, it is up one. Yeah, because here's app, and then up one would be source, which lib, that's where lib lives. Yep, cool. So that's done. Let's go back to the browser. And let's grab this. This is, so now we need So one thing I am curious about in React is like, what's the difference between, this isn't even React, I think. I think this is, no, this is definitely React. But like, I'm returning this on one line. Does it matter though? Because what they're doing is this. They're giving me like a bunch of JS to put in here. But I actually think this goes, like, I don't even know if I need this, to be honest. I don't know what that is. But I think it's this. Yeah, see, I'm so bad at this. Oh, okay, alright, cool. So I can just put those in, I think? I can just put those in parentheses. Oh man, I cannot wait to do this, whoops. I can't wait to do this React training, because this is like, it's gonna be so much more fun when I just understand what everything means. Winging this like this is really a barrier, and we're at 10 o'clock anyway. We said we were gonna get off on time today. I'm gonna actually sign off, give my brain a rest, and I may actually fast forward. So yeah, I don't even know how to do this properly. I may honestly fast forward my Wait, I think I don't need that actually. Yeah, I was gonna say I may fast forward my, or rather expedite my training, because yeah, I thought it was just return and then put that on top. I thought the same thing. Yeah, I thought this right. Why doesn't that work there? But that. Oh, it's a function that I'm exporting. Wait, that's the same thing. Export default function, a function call. Then now immediately return. Oh shit, I see it. No way I would have ever figured that out. Like, who develops that way? Who would have ever figured that out? Like, no one would have ever figured that out. Let me show you guys what just happened, okay? Let's go back. So we're given from that website, we're given, so this is what we're giving when we enable NextJS, right, from that package that we installed, okay? Not the Chakra. This is just straight up Next.js. This is that kind of whatever. And then remember, we wrap Chakra around here. But before we even wrap Chakra, I can take you guys all the way back to the beginning of the time. This is what Next gave us out of the box, right? It's just React. Okay? What I was going to do, I was like, all right, let's add Chakra. Okay, cool. And then if we go back to the browser, we can see that what they wanted us to do was like add this shit here, right? This stuff here. And I'm like, okay, cool. I think I'm just on the hook for this then, right? So I go to add it, right? And, well, first off, I don't know how to add it. Let's be real. This is saying that I should be able to do a anonymous function here, which that's not how this would work, right? That's not how this would work. But it actually, app is closed here. Actually, no, that would work like and I wouldn't need the return statement. Okay, maybe not. I'm still lost. All right, cool. I'm not lost, but I know how to get this to work now, but I'm just saying I don't know why that right there just didn't work. This is a function call. Oh no, that needs to be a equal. This needs to like be something that is, it would just need to be like export const app equals, and then you could, yep, and then you don't have to even return here. Go right into bullshit. Maybe you do need to return something. No, I don't think so. But anyway, that's not how they have it set up. How they have it set up is they are exporting this default app here. And essentially what we have to do, since they're doing it this way, is we have to return, right? But we have to return like this so we can now add more craziness to the mix. And if you look at the craziness they added in the browser, they added like this little symbol here. And then, so you, right, like you would think like, all right, I just need to copy this, go back to my IDE, okay? I'm gonna paste this in here now. Oops, sorry about that. I'm gonna paste this in here now. Okay, now I have it, but there's an error. So what needs to happen is like, this needs to be closed off. They have to actually like close that down here, which like, what? And it's like, okay, I still have an error, so I guess I don't need that maybe? Oh, okay. I don't know why that works. But I guess that's like some probably basic React stuff. I'm not gonna say it's basic, okay? Nothing I'm seeing right now is basic. But I'm guessing it's just regular React. We can get rid of this fonts error too by just importing that fonts from, I think it was like /lib. Maybe I don't even need this because it might not even be part of it. I actually thought that was gonna work. Oh. And this. Okay, cool. So now that's fine. And then let's go back to the docs. We're almost done. Let's just get through this stretch. And then finally, you can use font variable in your custom theme file across the app. So you can just say inside of theme.ts. Didn't even know we had a theme file here. Let's go ahead and check that out. We definitely don't, guys. We definitely don't have a theme file. But I suppose that's like a common theme with NextJS. Like using these fonts from Wait, is this saying that now I can actually, like, inside of another file, I can just use these themes? Like, I could declare this in a theme.ts file, then inside of another file, right? Inside of a whole totally other file, I can just import my theme from here. I'd have to see how that works. I'd honestly have to see how that works. But, okay, cool. So done with that. Go back to Tailwind here. All right, we're gonna give ourselves a new task for tomorrow too, because this is we're putting the cart before the horse here. We need to kind of understand Tailwind first. What we're gonna do is add a brand new ticket here for the current sprint. Sorry, let's go back to the board. Go back to the board. No, let's go to the backlog. Let's go to the backlog. And let's say in the current sprint, which is sprint 2, we're gonna move out some of these items. Like, let's move out let's move out because we are at a lot of points here. Let's move out this guy, this story. No, we want to do that. Let's move out all of these content tickets. And we'll just put them at the top of the backlog, and if we can get to them, oh, we can't because we've already said we were going to do it. So sorry, we're just going to have to add a spike then. We're going to have to add this spike because we have to learn this language. Learn and, well, learn how to set up new, actually no, not learn, right? We're going to do set up base Tailwind CSS starting point. And then after this is done, we can get back to, and let's give this shit a 5 because I am like so lost right now. I'm just probably tired too this week. But let's give this a 5, and let's say that this is a part of the front end exercises. So do we have anything that just says front end? No, we don't, do we? No, so we're just gonna say this is a minimum lights on task, or whatever MILO stands for. I still need to figure out what that. I know it's something lights on. Making sure lights are on or something. Anyway, guys, I think we're going to end it there. This was a really fun stream. That last part was a little disheartening. Getting all the way to that end of the road where we're at Tailwind, and then kind of seeing that we are really far behind in our React. Tomorrow is Thursday, though. I'm happy that there is no stream tomorrow. I think what I'm going to do with my after work time tomorrow is really try and breeze through more of that React course, because a lot of what we're seeing right now is that we just don't understand some of the fundamentals about React when it comes to injecting and setting up pages, or setting up themes and things like that. I think that there are some very bare bones, like bare minimum baseline things that we need to learn, that once you have your head wrapped around those things, starting where we are right now and getting to an end state where we have a look and feel, it's probably a lot easier, right? So that's where we're going to end it for today, folks. Thank you to everyone who decided to join. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button if you had a good time. I know I did. Thank you guys for hanging out. This has been really fun. Okay, this has been really fun. We gotta do this again at some point. Thank y'all for joining again. Hey, peace out. I will catch y'all next time. Next stream is Friday. Let me know if you want me to do something before then. But yeah, thanks for joining. Have a good night, everyone. Peace out, my gals and guys.